Thanks for staying with us. All right, so which story are we starting in Punch, Dami?
I have the Edo workers hail Obaseki over the 70,000 naira minimum
I heard that
wage.
was fake news.
No, but he made the announcement himself because this one says that the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki on Monday increased the minimum wage for workers in the state from 40,000 to 70,000 naira, citing the economic situation in the country. Obaseki announced this at the inauguration of the newly built ultramodern Labour House Secretariat Complex on Temboga Road, Ipoba Hill, Benin City. The building was named after a former governor of the state and an ex-president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Adams Oshiomhole. Speaking at the event, Governor Obaseki said, "For us in Edo State, we have decided to move the minimum wage from 40,000 to 70,000, effective from May 1st, 2024, which is the Workers' Day announcement. So good. And he says the announcement immediately sparked celebrations amongst the workers as the chairman of the Edo State chapter of the NLC, Odion Olaye, commended the governor for being workers-friendly since he assumed office. He says, "I personally commend the efforts of the governor for increasing the minimum wage from 40,000 to 70,000, and this will help the workers a great deal." And it's very beautiful. I hope that other governors too, at least they can cite the economic situation.
I watched it, and if you see how they shouted,
it was the applause.
The workers,
I mean, is that the lowest, the last bottom of the minimum, you get 70,000 naira.
Yes.
Right. But they asked him, someone asked him, I watched him, that's how your next person coming in, how is he going to maintain? Is the economy...
The successor.
Yeah, his successor, thank you.
Yes, going to...
Can it survive that? Will he be able to sustain it? And that's a very key question.
To ask.
That's why he's hoping that he's supporting Ighodalo, because I'm sure there's a plan now to ensure the succession plan. That's why he's supporting Ighodalo to come in after him. Let me take the picture story. So Vice President Kazim Shettima on Monday said our president was working to end the reign of economic saboteurs who had been hindering the progress of the nation. He was saying this at the African heads of state and government at the 21st replenishment of the International Development Association in Nairobi, Kenya. He specifically said that, he said that Nigeria's aspirations had transcended merely birthing unicorns to becoming a global hub for outsourcing talent within the digital and creative economy. He has said the country would achieve this by harnessing potential of the youthful population. Shettima believes strongly that the path to recovery, according to him, Nigeria's journey beyond sabotage. Shettima reiterated Nigeria's plans to build a vast digital market and that is capable of absorbing cutting-edge innovations and technology. So I'm really happy that he's actually talking, because Nigeria is a giant of Africa. So when you are speaking in a room full of African leaders and you're giving them the plans of Nigeria's economic plans, hopefully to inspire hope and to show that, listen, Nigeria is taking the right decision the right way, and they should also follow suit. So I'm happy about that. And the story.
Yeah. So this, okay, you want to go
ahead? Human interest story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. A registered nurse, Prince Owuyo-Modiho, has accused the private hospital in Lagos State, R. Jolad Hospital, Agege, for negligence. And apparently his wife was admitted into hospital. She was pregnant, and he says that she started her antenatal there. And then, so now it was time to deliver, but she bled to death. That they said, a very sad story. He said, at midnight, the doctor said he wanted to induce her, and he was saying, "Do you want to induce her at midnight?" He said, "That yes, this is their procedure." So he said, "Okay, since it's your procedure," they now started to induce her. Then there was no, they were not going to give her a C-section, but then suddenly he says that they have to give her a C-section, and they gave her misoprostol, and they said her cervix was ripped, and oxytocin, and anyway, she now, her cervix got ruptured. She bled to death. Her uterus, not her cervix, and she bled to death. And so
it's good to hear from the hospital to know exactly what happened.
It would be good to hear from the hospital.
This is really sad.
He said they claimed they were not aware that his wife was bleeding until she collapsed. Wow. And when she collapsed and was gasping for air, low blood pressure, comprised with severely compromised vital signs. She needed active resuscitation. They were not able to do it. They didn't have the equipment to do it. So if you don't have the equipment to do it, why are you doing the surgery?
So, well, I mean, again, I would like to hear from do a thorough investigation, and I hope he has also gone to the Nigerian Medical Association to also report this, because we don't want to have a media trial. I want to make sure that let us investigate and
baby died.
It's really, really sad, and I hope that the police can get involved and do a proper investigation so that this man can get justice. This is totally unfair.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
let's
this directive coincides with the court order of the EFCC to freeze some accounts. So customers panic as CBN bans OPay, Palmpay, and other new accounts. And I always tell people, with bank that you cannot walk in and go and catch or hold anybody or complain. Don't leave your money there. Let this thing just be, if you just enter, take it out.
What did the paper say?
Hey, because this one touched me. Some bank customers have expressed panic as the Central Bank of Nigeria bans mobile money operators, including fintech companies, from onboarding new customers. However, the Bank Customers Association of Nigeria backed the CBN directive. The new directive will affect fintech companies such as OPay, Palmpay, Kuda Bank, and Moniepoint from opening new accounts until further notice. They said the CBN's move was linked to an ongoing audit of the Know Your Customer process of the fintechs, which has been under scrutiny in recent months over concerns around money laundering and terrorism financing. Yes. So
it's not saying that it's bad. It's just an investigation.
Yes, no, there's an audit. There's an audit. Yes, there's an audit going on.
Yes.
So just to be safe.
Hold off. Don't open your account.
Don't open your account.
Because to speak for the fintechs, you see these banks, the banks that we can actually walk in. You walk in, they don't answer you.
Yeah.
Your money will enter through POS. You won't see alerts.
The charges.
There is one that bank that is like this.
Right.
My money that they have chopped. Hey.
So let's not cause panic out there. It's an investigation. Many people have actually found these fintech companies more reliable.
At least when you make payments, you get the alert immediately.
But I also think that if you are not, if you do not have thick skin, please take out your money in case, so that you not start hearing news on the streets and you're panicking that what's going to happen to my money. So you can put your money where it's safer for you, so that you don't have panic attack.
The one that you will put it, they will not even tell you put it.
Few scarcity grounds, like Lagos, Abuja, others. Enough is enough, Governor Mba vows as he storms Nimbo over killing of 4 people. Forex crisis court okays EFCC's request to seize over 1,100 accounts. Finidi George emerges Super Eagles coach. JAM releases UTME results. Tinubu reiterates Nigeria's plans to build digital market. Kano panel begins probe of Ganduje's administration. Emefiele challenges jurisdiction of Lagos court to try him. And EFCC disperses pro-Yahaya Bello's protesters. Okay, which story in Daily Sun very quickly?
Okay, do you want to start?
No.
I have the one for JAM.
Okay.
And, of course, this one says that JAM releases 2024 UTME results. 64,624 results under investigation. And this says that the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has released the result of candidates who participated in the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, with 64,624 results under investigation. The board registrar, Professor Ishiak Oloyede, disclosed this at a news conference in Buhari yesterday. Oloyede said that 1,989,668 candidates registered for the examinations held in 118 towns in 774 computer-based test centers. According to the registrar, out of the registered candidates, 1,904,109 sat for the examination, while 80,810 were absent. He also explained that 64,624 results were under investigation for various reasons, such as verification, procedural investigations, and prima facie established exam misconduct. He also said that the results under investigation were center-based investigation involving 57,056 candidates in 18 centers across board. And I also saw that from this news we had about a few people who actually were above score, and this one says that barely 50%. Barely 50% actually scored, barely 20% actually scored below this is above 300, while 24% scored 50%, and about 76% scored below 200.
Wow.
So I know that about 1.94 million people sat for the exam, and because some results are not still out yet, we also implore candidates who are affected that they should not be deterred and they should wait for the right time for them to. And one thing that also caught my interest was that out of the total registration, 3,164 were persons living with disability, which is also a good feat for us to say that, okay, persons living with disabilities too are coming out to write examinations to proceed in their education.
Let me tell the story of Governor Mba. He was really angry yesterday when he went to Nimbo community where 4 people were killed. He went there to visit, to see the family and commiserate with them, but specifically he was really talking tough, and I really like the fact that the governor of Enugu State was really speaking, that we had that posture. So let me assure you that enough is enough. I don't think we would allow our hospitality to be taken for granted. We expect people who have come to mingle with us to obey the rules and law of the land. I don't think we really do have any reason to be governments if we cannot guarantee the safety of our people, because the primary purpose of government obviously is the security and welfare of the people. So a situation where our people will go to bed without sleeping with their 2 eyes is not acceptable. I want to assure you that we're going to deploy everything within our powers, and I mean everything, the law, the forces, everything that is necessary in order for us to ensure and guarantee security in our state. So this is Nimbo communities in the border of Enugu State, and they thought maybe because they were in the borderlines, that's why they didn't have enough security security operatives to protect them. So he went there to reassure them that it's not that, it's going to ensure that safety of the people. So I'm really happy that he was able to do that himself.
So officials of the EFCC dispersed some Yaya Bello pro Yaya Bello protesters. Apparently they went they call themselves the Kogi Youth. There's a name, the Kogi Youth Coalition. They went there and the EFCC chased them away. There were 2 protests, apparently. One that was pro-EFCC and anti-EFCC. So they chased away the pro-EFCC, pro-Yaya Bello away. And the pro-Yaya Bello were complaining. They said that they expressed their disappointment. They were not allowed to protest, and so on and so forth.
Okay, interesting. Then we have your guests today. But the final paper, Vanguard, let's find a story. Terrorism financing, court chides FG over shoddy prosecution of Tukur Mamu. DSTV GoTV rate hike. Tribunal stops multi-choice. $10 billion required annually to fix power, says federal government. Illegal forex trading court okays the EFCC's request to freeze over 1,100 bank accounts. Okay, which story?
Let's take the DSTV and multi-choice one, because with the economy now, nobody wants decrease in anything.
Then don't be there. What's wrong with them?
Yes.
What's the story?
The Competition and Consumer Protection CCP Tribunal sitting in Abuja yesterday restrained multi-choice Nigeria Limited from going ahead with its plans to increase tariffs and cost of its products and services on May 1st. Restraining order followed an ex parte motion brought before the tribunal by a legal practitioner. And then it was also said that they specifically applied for an order restraining the first defendant from taking any steps that may negatively affect the rights of the claimant and other consumers in respect of the suit pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. It was also said that in its ruling, after it had listened to the applicant, the 3-member tribunal led by Siratu Shafi granted the interim orders as prayed. The tribunal restrained multi-choice from proceeding with its scheduled price increase pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice filed before it. So for now, they can't do anything. They can't increase. Yeah, they can't increase until.
I have a problem with that because nobody has asked them what it costs them to run. This one is expensive. Everything is expensive. You know, so the businesses are suffering.
But it's a huge street.
It's a two-way street. I know someone who is not happy with DSTV. So what does he do? He has left them. He has gone to another platform.
That's all we can take on paper review. When we come back, we'll bring in our first guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.